So we're back with another video, and I want to talk to you guys about 5 simple ways that you can get your life together and become a boss ass bitch. So really simple and won't take a lot of your time. So if I'm looking down, it's because I wrote like a list, so just keep that in mind. Let's start. First thing is stop complaining. Oh my god, I can't stress this enough, and I can't stress how often it happens and how often I even do it. Complaining literally just puts you in such a negative vibration with life. Like, if you're into like Abraham Hicks and all the law of attraction stuff, you know what I'm talking about. Basically, when you're complaining, you're bringing yourself down to a level of just negativity and a level of not being grateful or appreciative for everything that you have. You're focusing on the negative things instead of focusing on the things that you do have going on for you. Now, the thing with complaining is it happens to everybody. I complain. Everyone complains. Like, I was gonna like list people, but like I lost myself. I complain, my friends complain, family complain, everybody complains. But I think the most important thing to understand is why you're complaining. So if you can understand what it is your intention is when you're complaining or when you're venting, then that honestly will change your entire way of talking to people and your entire way of thinking. So like, let's get into it. You can either be complaining, 1, just to complain, just to be negative, 2, for advice, or 3, just to let it go. And if you're complaining for the purpose of just being negative and just wanting someone else to feel your fucking pain, that isn't, number 1, the healthiest, and number 2, that isn't the way you should be running your life. Because as a good friend, you should also keep in mind that venting and letting out all that negative vibes also gets on your friend. Like, it's not just a one-way street. Both people that are involved in the conversation are feeling the effects of like the negativity, you know? So always keep in mind that when you are venting, even if it's just for advice, make sure to be that ear for them as well. Make sure that you're being that friend, you're being good to listen to them and to ask, because some people don't ask. Some people are more of the I'll be there for you, but when I need you, like, I won't tell you. And we need to keep in mind that's just being a good friend. So definitely number 1 is stop complaining. But if you are going to let it out and vent, make sure you're doing it with the purpose of improving the situation or just getting another perspective. Okay, number 2 is be proactive. Be proactive in your life. Don't wait for life to knock you on your ass to do things. So basically what I'm saying is, have a list of things that you want to do. It helps clear up your mind and it helps clear up your day, because you won't feel kind of confused and lost on what to do next. I know I used to feel this all the time, and I find that when I just like list, even if it's on notes or Google Keeps, just things that I need to do or need to get done by like the day. This is also part of setting goals, which is another step, is so helpful. Be on top of your shit. Be a boss ass bitch. Like, no one is gonna tell you when to do things. No one is gonna tell you when's the right time. You kind of have to decide that for yourself. And especially if you are aspiring to be your own boss one day, which, oh my god, all you guys should be. Like, even if it's not entrepreneur or business, be on the top of your fucking love. Be on the top of your level. Be on the top of your game. Be on the top of your career. Never ever let yourself settle, because you are too fucking amazing to just settle. Like, please, never ever do that. So yeah, I find being proactive with what you need to do and things that you want. Be proactive with your dreams. Stop, like, definitely stop chasing and spending so much time on things that are so irrelevant. Like, for example, I know there's gonna so many homegirls, put all that energy you put into getting him to fucking text you back or getting him to call you into yourself and see where the fuck you get. You would be the fucking boss's bitch, you know, I promise you. When you start just redirecting your energy, like, this is no hate to the boys, but I literally am saying this on most honest and genuine way. If we put all that brain work and all that mental energy we put into figuring out the loopholes these like fucking boys put us through, we'd be like, I don't even know, CEO, bro. Like, literally crazy. So be on top of your stuff, like, be your boss, and it'll change your fucking day. I don't know if I'm like cursing too much for YouTube, so oops, but yeah, like, basically be on top of your stuff. Be your own boss. Be the person that's gonna get you to where you want. You're constantly evolving, constantly improving. Make sure you're on top of your stuff. Okay, tip number 3. So going along with proactiveness, being organized. Now, you don't have to be a neat freak or like super put together to be organized. Just find a way of organization that works for you. If that just means clearing up the area that you're just gonna be working at, or if that means going in a full deep clean of everything around you, organizing everything, labeling everything, literally just whatever works for you. Organization just helps clear up your mind. If you're working like mainly on your phone, make sure that you're clearing up space on your phone, on your notes that you don't use anymore, or files that you're not using, pictures you're not using, delete them. Have more of a cleaner, put together space, because literally it helps so much with working and getting things done. Number 4, set goals. So I touched on this earlier, but I'm gonna like get into it now. Setting goals for yourself, it is so important. Set goals are not just the end goal. So it's not just to get married, have kids, in a house. That's a great overall picture, but there's a lot of mini milestones that go along with it. So for me personally, it's to be like a very big influencer and to be able to interact with so many of you guys. But if I were to only just set that as a main goal, that is such a big goal that like it's hard to even know where to start, and you feel confused, you feel lost, you don't know how to even begin. So for myself, what I find that works is setting daily goals, weekly goals, monthly goals, yearly goals. So this means, let's say, for example, today, I want to film 1 YouTube video and 2 videos for my Instagram. Awesome. That's my daily goal. These are goals that are helping me get closer and closer to where I want to be and who I want to be. Weekly goals could be, okay, I filmed 5 videos for this week, 5 for, let's say 2 were for Instagram, 3 for YouTube. And that's also bringing me closer to the goal of becoming more successful on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, like all these like places. You know what I'm saying? So make goals for yourself. If it's to be a doctor, if it's to be a lawyer, if it's to be a good girlfriend, it doesn't need to necessarily be career. It could be anything you want. Setting goals helps you become more clear and more visual. Writing them down and showing your progress, because believe it or not, the biggest reason why so many of us don't reach our goals or our dreams is because we lose motivation, because we feel like it's not possible, or because the people around us like to remind us that it's not practical. Well, you know what? F-bomb, fuck being practical. It doesn't matter. It honestly doesn't matter. You don't need to be what everyone expects you to be, because you are gonna get yourself where you wanna be. And that's just goals. Set goals for yourself. Number 5, this is the last one. Very important, guys. Cut out toxic people. Oh my God. This is like pivotal. Cutting out toxic people from your life will ultimately change your life. This final tip will change your life. When you cut out people that don't serve you any good and are constantly crashing on your like mental health and overall well-being, you need to let them go. Now, let's kind of clear up on toxicity and what toxic people are. Toxic does not just mean you disagree with them and you guys cannot see eye to eye. That doesn't mean they're toxic, you guys just don't agree on things, and that is normal. Toxic means that that person is trying to damage your overall well-being and they're going out of their way to just make you miserable. That's toxic. Another thing that could be toxic are also people that only know how to complain and don't know how to make their life better. Now, this kind of goes back to number 1, stop complaining, because you don't want to be that person. And also, you need to be able to spot those people. That doesn't mean that they're bad people. They just don't know how to guide themselves through life. And or they're choosing just the wrong way to go about it, or ways that are very draining when it's coming, like when it comes to being around others. So be aware, don't let that be you. And if you have people like that in your life, know when to set boundaries. Like I said, toxic doesn't necessarily mean you don't agree with them, you don't like being around them. Toxic means that they're going out of their way to damage you and to be negative to you, to make you miserable, upset, nasty, all this stuff. That is toxic. Those are people that shouldn't even have to question, should not be in your life. And the funny thing is, the people that are really some of the most toxic are some of the people that are the most close to us, which is like really sad to say, but it's so important to know. And it's so important to be aware of, and to be aware of what to do. And it's not the easiest thing, but first thing is know your self-worth and know that you are worth having people that match your energy around you, that want you to do better, that want you to be better, that want you to achieve your dreams. And you should be that person for them as well. So when you cut these people out of your life, and when you start setting those boundaries to those people who are like energy drainers, you will literally have a whole different life. And I mean it, and I mean that when I say it, because I've gone through it myself, and I know it's not the easiest process, but it is one of the most worthwhile. It's hard, but hard experiences are what help us grow and help us become better people. And it helps us learn to love ourselves, because when you're able to set that line, you just did yourself the biggest favor anyone could ever do for you. And you just did the biggest act of self-love, which is standing up for yourself and standing up for your vibes and yourself and your self-love and your mental health, your physical health, everything. So guys, these are my 5 tips for getting your life together and overall having a better life. I hope this really helps you guys. I hope you guys like connected with this, and I hope that I resonated with you. Comment down below, leave a like, and share this, because I want to be able to reach as many people as possible. Please feel free to DM me or to comment, and we can have a whole conversation about this. I really love this. If you want more videos or ideas or tips about this, let me know down below. It's the only way I'll know. And yeah, so bye guys. Love you. See you next video.